All right, everyone, welcome back. This is round 2, front 9, post-round coverage of the 2019 MVP Open at Maple Hill. This is Road Life commentary coming at you from PEI. I'm Nate Perkins, joined here today with Paige Pierce.
Hello. So this round, I'm starting out at 6 under. Catrina Allen is 4 under. Sarah Hokom 1 under. And Kristin Tattar also at 1 under. You're about to see some awesome shots on this gorgeous course, and I can't wait to join you talking about it.
I'm super stoked for this card, playing this course. And as you said before, one of your favorite, the single favorite course.
Yeah, absolutely.
In all the lands.
Absolutely. I really, really love it. And it's awesome to start off on this big bomber over the Christmas trees.
Yeah, hole 1, par 4, 720 feet. You need about 330 to cross the water. Ideally, you want to land in that road. Anything left in the Christmas trees makes it a very difficult approach to this green. There's only one way in. Those rock walls on the right and the left are both out of bounds. And then you've got this peninsula island that is inbounds.
So right off the bat, you just rip a bomb. And for me, I'm choosing my biodefender. You want to just try to be anywhere that's not under a big Christmas tree. So you have the option of going short, or you can try to go farther and get over the Christmas trees. Mine didn't quite make it over, so I might have a weird look at the basket, but you never really know till you get down there because all the trees are kind of dispersed.
Yeah, maybe got that defender turned over just a tiny bit more than you would like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get in the path optimally, but, I just want to let loose and just rip one on the first hole. Catrina with her D2. Similar looking line, actually. Very similar spot.
Yeah, and you can see that's not a good spot to be behind that
Almost
wall
great.
of Christmas trees. Yeah, just a little more left or a little higher to get past those, and you're in a premium position, but Christmas trees are like little landmines out there.
Yeah, they are.
Blocking you from birdies.
Forcing you to throw a standstill occasionally. Reaching behind your back. Patent pending. Hokom going with the trace again. We saw her turn this a little bit too much yesterday. See if she can correct on it. Oh yeah, ties her in out nicely. But still just barely tucked behind a Christmas tree. Kristin Tattar now. She's been traveling in the U.S. for a couple weeks now and will continue her U.S. tour for a couple more weeks. She's kind of making a splash, almost winning Delaware National Tour a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's no stranger to the lead card now.
This is her biodefender as well.
And you're going to see a lot of that. Kristin likes to release on hyzer angles and have the disc flip up.
Hokom almost clear from the trees, just has to step out to the right and throw a sidearm. She's just laying up to the mouth. You won't see too many players go for this peninsula unless you're in a great position, like maybe Kristin.
And Kristin even opts to lay that one up. She was definitely in the best position of the 4. Anything right is kind of out of position, wouldn't you say?
I would say so, yeah.
Because you need to filter through that gap and then further back right.
You can maybe get into the gap, but only, 15 feet in, and you still are leaving yourself with like a 65-footer. So not really worth it.
Those were 4 pretty solid layups. And that's not an easy shot.
Catrina opting for the sidearm with her A2. She's getting really good at that chip sidearm approach. I mean, she's almost inside the bullseye there and pretty stress-free putt.
Oh, so Sarah actually has to cut
Wow.
over the OB right there, and that's a pretty scary shot. Very risky.
With her entropy. She's loving that new addition to her bag. I believe it just came out a couple months ago. It's like MVP's harp, yeah, basically, or zone. She was super excited when it came out.
It looks like we are going all-star par to start round 2.
And par's really good on this hole, I think.
All right, moving into hole 2, par 3, 270 feet. We've got OB wall on our right, the entire length of the hole, and those trees on the left kind of form the gap here. Definitely one that these ladies are looking to birdie.
I'm throwing my felon on a severe anhyzer, looking for that overstable finish. Don't want to be over the wall, so I'm just throwing really overstable fairway.
And you're just outside circle 1, looking back at it.
Catrina is opting for a completely different play. This is her mid-range. She's going to hyzer flip this to flat and just push it forward. This is beautiful.
Oh, it's a beautiful flight.
Inside 20.
Great looking mid. Do you know what she's throwing there?
Yeah, that's an M2. It's like a really beat-in one, though. She's had that in her bag since like
and
2014.
Sarah's got the ace run just in front. Is that trace again?
Yeah, same trace. It's a sparkle trace.
She's just so dialed with those angles.
This is Kristin with a St. Pro. Just didn't quite commit to that release. Her throw's such a severe hyzer flip, but she didn't quite put enough power on it to get it to flip up.
Yeah.
Good approach, though.
Oh my goodness. Please play it back for us. That is just right in the heart. What a putt.
Thanks, Nate. Yeah, another circle 2 putt on that hole. Kristin with a solid hit to save par from about circle's edge. Catrina taps in a birdie. That was such a good throw, I feel like. And it was completely different disc than any of us threw. You know, she's throwing mid-range and we're all throwing fairway drivers or faster.
Yeah, Sarah threw her max distance disc on that one. All right, moving into hole 3. It's a par 3, 325 feet. Got an S turning fairway from left to right and back to the left. Shapes up pretty well for the right-hand backhand anhyzer.
It's very difficult to get in there.
Anything early left can be dangerous for sure.
This is that same felon I threw in the last hole. Super late release. I find that tree and I'm going to be short of the brick wall. Catrina lining up with her H1 V2. Same type of disc, so she's looking to release this with an anhyzer as well. Oh, just hits an unfortunate tree. That was looking gorgeous, actually.
And that's the tree that you really need to beat, and that's also the one that can cause the most trouble and kick you left.
Hokom now with the stand-up sidearm. Kind of lost track of where that one went, but
A little too straight on that one. Yeah, the sidearm, it's really tough to park it with a sidearm. She's likely just playing that one for a par.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
Beautiful hyzer flip from Kristin with her St. Pro.
That's that St. Pro again.
Yeah,
she will. Get this girl's signature St. Pro out there.
Yeah, we do. She's making this disc look like it is a magic disc.
Yeah, it flips up so nice.
And so for the guys, if you don't clear that rock wall, you are OB. But we actually called Steve Dodge to check, and turns out that from the women's tee, that is not OB. So I was playing it as it lay. We were really trying to figure that out because it wasn't in the caddy book at all. Catrina, good approach from that left side, but a little bit short.
Nice backhand approach from Sarah. And you've got this left for your par.
Yes.
Oh. Loved it out of your hand. And this is Cat for par.
Didn't really give that one enough. It's a scary putt to run with that downhill behind it. Kristin lays up.
Kristin just lays that one up.
She'll take a par and take a stroke on Catrina and I.
And nice pars from Sarah and Kristin. All right, moving into hole 4. It's a par 3, 250 feet, plays pretty downhill. You've got water long, but really the trickiest part about this hole is how tight the initial gaps are. Definitely one of the trick shot birdies out here at Maple Hill.
Yeah, they added the Mando this year, so you have to go straight, and the gap is not even arm's length when you're walking through it.
It's really tiny. And you see a ton of different ways that these players attack this hole. See a couple forehands up the middle. Oh, look at that little kiss.
And actually, that left side's pretty good. If you find yourself on the left, you're pretty open on your putt.
Mm-hmm.
And just a matter of how far you can get it up there.
And you're going with the backhand putter approach, and you get it all the way down there inside the circle. What a shot.
Catrina also going standstill backhand with her putter. This thing is super flippy.
That flipped up. And she gets the tree kick that she needs.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to overthrow this one into the water if you put too much glide on your disc.
Yeah, and you're definitely saying goodbye to your disc for at least the rest of the round.
That's why you'll see Hokom and Kristin both laying up. That one just came out way early on a hyzer.
And Kat has this to pick up a stroke. A little left side, but it sticks. It's a solid birdie. And you've got a little straddle comeback. Oh, and it goes left side and kind of kicks out.
Yeah. Unfortunate bogey there, especially after the last bogey, but lots of golf left, and this next hole can be a score separator for sure.
Yeah, and it's a tie ball game now. We are tied at 5 under. We're moving into hole 5, par 3, 285 feet. Traditional play is to take it out over the water here, backhand anhyzer or forehand. You're going to see some safe plays here. There is a lane on the right side that kind of takes the water out of play.
Yeah, if you do go OB, you have to go to the drop zone, which is still, 175 foot approach.
And it's
still
tough.
over the water.
Yeah, because this pin is elevated too. So if you're not close, you're gonna have a death putt back at the water. Mm-hmm. So Sarah opted to go out over the water. She lands safe, I believe.
Yeah.
And you're taking this hyzer route, which just takes all the water out of play.
And that's where it leaves me right here. I'm going Marshall, kind of glidey up the right, looking for a little ground play. There's not...
Beautiful shot, though. And that's also a nice approach, but again, that's putting back from circle's edge on an elevated pin toward the water into some headwind.
And this is where Catrina's drive got. She's looking to hit this for birdie, but she's got a bunch of scraggly trees in front of her. Sometimes you can find a hole in there. Other times you have to go way up over. Doesn't connect, but par is honestly good on this hole. Even if you land it on the green, I mean, the putts, like you said, are super scary.
Yeah, they are.
Hokom didn't really have much.
Yeah, look at this. This is just straight headwind, and she fires it. I mean, that was a confident putt. Just kicks a little left, and you are putting directly at the water.
Yeah, wide straddle. That tree was in my way.
And after 2 bogeys, that is a big putt right there to hit that one for par.
Yeah, I kind of let out a little woo. I was excited to hit that 25-footer.
Yeah, absolutely. As you should be. Great looking putt. Kristin with a par. And Kat also with a par. All-star par, actually. All right, we are moving into hole 6. It's a par 3, 320 feet. We're actually flying from the men's pad right now. The women's pad is off and to the left, and it's going to be shooting straight down this gap right here on the right. Got some OB far left, but you've got this OB rock wall the entire length of the hole on the right, and it's inside the circle up here on the screen. Just a beautiful hole, though. I mean, you can see the pin all the way down that gap. Catrina is opting for the hyzer flip to flat, and she is definitely going for that right gap.
Tiny bit high, so those branches kind of take some speed off, but she finds herself in bounds, and that's really all you want on this hole. Hokom now lining up a hyzer flip. She's trying to flip it down the left side, which calls for a severe angle. Ooh.
Gets a little kick forward. Just look how much that flips up, though.
And she wanted it to even flip more. It's kind of crazy. For me, I'm going with my Marshall again here. Trying to go.
Oh, no way. Oh, and it stays. It looked like it was going to get the double kick OB.
Yeah, lots of action there. I'm just trying to go soft hyzer around those trees, but almost too soft. But luckily stayed safe.
So Kristin just must be incredibly comfortable with this disc. Is she throwing the same pro again?
No, this is actually her verdict. She's trying to go left
the same
side.
Color.
Yeah, actually all of her discs are blue.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Estonia. She loves to rep her
the
country
colors. Of the flag? All right,
yeah,
cool.
She has a couple white discs as well, but blue and white.
And there's that signature run into the jump putt. And this is going to be Kristin for par. And we're going to have a couple looks at birdie, starting with Kat from about 55.
It's another hard one to commit to. There's a drop-off that you can't really see behind and to the left. So if you miss coming in fast, you might be looking at a circle's edge putt.
And we saw in round 1 that Sarah has been working on that jump putt and has really increased the range at which she can hit them from. And she's missed a couple early here, but oh no. And that's another short one that we've seen already in this tournament.
Oh no.
That is also a short one. Both putts within 15 feet.
Gotta keep your focus. Those seem easy, but they're also the most heartbreaking. They stick with you for the rest of your round sometimes, so. Talking to the black hole portal. Catch my disc.
All right, we're moving into hole 7. It's a par 3, 275 feet. We've got another really skinny gap off the tee. And the ladies' pin is actually just right up here on the left. Definitely a gettable birdie at only 275 feet, but with the gap off the tee, you are going to see some bogeys.
Yeah, if you hit that early tree on the right, it kicks so far to the left and you have almost nothing. So if you're going to sneak through a gap, the left side is the way to do it.
All right, and you sure did. You went
Yeah.
early and that didn't touch anything, and you're inside the circle.
And that was my suspect. And here is Catrina with, what is this one? This is her M2 again. Pretty similar looking line, actually. We are going to
Oh my
be
goodness, identical right there.
putting from about the same spot.
Yeah.
And this is Hokom choosing between which relay she wants to throw. She bags 5 relays.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the relay?
Yeah, it's super, super flippy, slow speed fairway driver.
Okay.
I believe it's a speed 6. She throws it on a severe hyzer, and watch this thing flip.
That is crazy.
It's like her Woods trick disc. It's really fun to watch her throw them
And she is parked.
with a sidearm.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Kristin here.
Just needs to miss that one. And she knew it.
Yeah.
And let's see if Catrina can correct on that last missed putt. She's got to go straddle from this one.
Oh, a little high. Those trees are guarding the basket pretty well, making her switch to a straddle, which you don't see too often.
And you also are having to go to the straddle. Oh, that was a little right side, but it definitely looked like it could have stuck.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't call it a spit out, but one of those ones that could have stuck. Hokom looking to pick up the lone birdie.
Oh, and she thought she had enough on it.
Tiny bit low. We are going to go birdie free on this one.
You don't hear that very often. Birdie free.
Well, for
you hear
three
the
of us,
bogey free, but you
I
don't hear
know,
the birdie free.
But for 3 of us having a pretty, relatively easy putt, you know.
All right, we are moving into one of many signature holes out here at Maple Hill. Hole 8, par 3, 250 feet. We've got a water carry the entire length of the hole. We've also got OB long, which kind of can come into play, makes you think about how hard you're ripping it.
And the wind's always ripping on this hole. You can see the feather banners. And today is Saturday, so a lot more spectators out here today, and there's a big crowd behind the basket heckling and also cheering on. This one's my Marshall.
That is just such a beautiful line with that putter.
Yeah, if you saw yesterday, just kind of a grip lock, so I was looking to correct on that.
Is that a mid-range from Cat?
I believe this one is a putter, actually. I think this is a P2. Couldn't quite
The
tell.
PA2?
Yeah, PA2. Yeah, I don't think she's throwing Discmania. Good catch.
Yeah, she's safely on the green. And you guys both are going to be putting back at the water. And this pin is like a little lower
It's
than normal.
very low. The pole underneath the cage is only like, I don't know, 1.5 feet.
Mm-hmm. Sarah going with the sidearm.
She actually goes for that left gap and just tries to sneak it in there.
Well done.
Yeah.
Within 12 feet. It looks like Kristin is also going with the putter.
Yeah, this is a judge.
That's online if it gets down.
Oh.
And also just a little high, a little long, and we are going to see some death putts back at the water.
And look at this crowd. Pretty nerve-wracking when they're sitting that close to you.
Shout out to the 8 holes.
They name themselves.
I saw you in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Final round.
It was a great time. It was a great time. They were having so much fun, I had to join them.
All right, this is a circle 2 putt. Oh, and she knew she needed just a little bit more on that.
But with that water behind and the low basket.
Ooh. That was a confident putt from Kristin.
Awesome putt. She is putting with the Pure.
Really? That shallow putter from Latitude?
And I dropped to a knee here. Try to make myself even with the basket.
Wow. Those are some serious putts right there. Both of those were hit with a ton of confidence. Love to see that.
And Hokom also tapping in a birdie.
Great birdies. 3 out of 4 on that hole.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving into hole 9. It's a par 4 this year. 420 feet, but it plays much longer. It's pretty severely uphill. And then it kind of swoops from left to right back down the hill. We've got OB far left. The woods on your right are no good. And then you've got this island green up here. And this year they actually took the pin. They moved it 15 feet to the right and elevated it. It's within 10 feet of the water right there. So anything that's not a tap in is a death putt.
So the first objective is just to get it to the top of the hill. I'm going with my Marshall here. Just dead straight putter that will just drop and kind of attack it from there, going downhill. But Hokom actually is trying to get hers a little bit farther than mine. Trying to get down the hill. She's throwing that relay again. Flips, but now it's hyzering out right at the top of the hill, just past that stump. Anywhere past that stump and you can actually see the basket, so that's a good spot to be.
Yeah, it's right where she was planning.
Kristin now with her judge. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Just enough height.
Wild ground play right there to get that kick forward.
Catrina also with her putter. This is her really beaten PA1. She doesn't love it. She's going to be on the left side, forced to throw this flex sidearm. She gets way down there, actually.
That's a tricky shot. She's going to be in position to jump one across. Maybe toss one across, actually. And this is also a tough position. You could go for it from here.
Kind of. That tree was a little bit in my hyzer line.
And you're running to see where this one's landing. And then that is well safe. Sarah's also right at that distance where she could go for it. Wow.
Just a little bit low.
What happened to that disc?
It was just too low and hit the ground on an Anheuser angle, so it got a weird little bounce into those woods over there.
Is she safe?
She is, yes.
Okay.
But not in good position. Kristin now.
Get up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Was looking good, but honestly, even that isn't that bad because she's going to be inside of 8 feet for a tap-in par.
Oh, and Catrina skips that one off the wall right there, inbounds. She's going to have a 28-foot death putt.
I didn't have too much from over there with the little Christmas tree in my line. So just trying to get it on the green and Scary putt from there.
Definitely a scary putt.
Catrina also with the scary putt. Look at this. If you miss, you are likely in the water, unless it's low.
Yeah, and we saw during round 1 yesterday that you actually aired this one into the water. Are you thinking about that at all going into the putt?
No, because yesterday I had a weird lie. That one was straightforward, and I just tried to blank the water out and just pretend it wasn't there.
All right. Tips and tricks from a 5-time world champion. That was a beautiful putt, by the way, right on the pole.
Thank you. Really trusting my deputies out here. They're super, super straight, so I just got to let them go at the correct time.
And we've had a lot of action on this lead card.
Yeah, front
round
nine.
2, front 9.
We were tied. Now a couple strokes separate us, and Hokom's jumped up to only 1 behind Catrina.
Yeah,
It's
thank
getting
you.
interesting.
It's definitely getting interesting. Thank you to GK Pro for editing this live footage and creating this post-round production for us. Thanks to the PDGA, to UDisc, and to MVP for sponsoring this event. Join us for the back 9.
Stay tuned.